Hello, everyone, and welcome to Everyday English with Johnny. I'm your host, Johnny, and I'm thrilled to be here today to help you boost your English skills for remote work. Whether you're joining meetings from your home office or a coffee shop, we've got you covered.
And I'm Rose, your co-host. Today, we're diving deep into a super important topic, how to absolutely shine in virtual meetings. We'll share practical tips, easy-to-use English phrases, and strategies to make you sound confident and professional in any online work environment.
That's right, Rose. Virtual meetings can feel intimidating, especially if English isn't your first language or if you're new to remote work. But don't worry, we're here to break it down into simple steps. By the end of this episode, you'll have a toolbox full of phrases and techniques to lead, contribute, and make a lasting impression in any virtual meeting.
Exactly. We're going to cover everything from preparing before the meeting to closing it like a pro. Plus, we'll talk about common mistakes to avoid and why clear English is so critical online. Ready to get started, Johnny?
Born ready, Rose. Let's jump right in and help our listeners become virtual meeting superstars.
All right, Johnny, let's start at the very beginning. Before the meeting even happens, what's the first thing we should do to set ourselves up for success?
Great question, Rose. The first step is confirming your attendance. This shows you're organized and professional. Let's share some simple English phrases to do this.
I love starting with the basics. Here's one. Hi, team. I confirm I'll be attending the meeting at 3 p.m. It's short, clear, and polite.
Perfect. Another option is, I'm available for the meeting. Please let me know if there's anything specific I should prepare. This shows you're engaged and ready to contribute.
Nice. What about the agenda? I sometimes feel nervous because I don't know what's coming up in the meeting.
That's super common, Rose. To feel confident, read the agenda carefully and prepare your talking points. You can say, I've reviewed the agenda and I'm ready to discuss the marketing plan. This sets a strong tone.
I like that. But what if I don't get the agenda in advance? How do I ask for it without sounding pushy?
Great point, Rose. You can use a polite phrase like, could you please share the agenda for tomorrow's meeting? Or, what topics will we cover in the call? These are professional and show you're proactive.
Awesome. Now, let's talk about the technical side. Nothing's worse than starting a meeting with, can you hear me? Is my video on? How do we avoid that?
Have all been there, Rose. Before the meeting, test your microphone, camera, and internet connection. You can say, I've checked my audio and video and everything's working fine. It reassures everyone you're ready.
And don't forget your environment. A messy background can be distracting. I always make sure my desk is tidy and my lighting is good.
So true, Rose. A clean, professional background makes a big difference. You can even say, I've set up my space for the meeting, so I'm ready to focus. It's a small detail that shows you're prepared.
Let's practice one of these phrases. Repeat after me. Could you please share the agenda for tomorrow's meeting?
Could you please share the agenda for tomorrow's meeting? Nailed it.
You're a pro already. Okay, listeners, try this at home. Practice these pre-meeting phrases and you'll walk into your next virtual meeting feeling confident.
One more tip for this section. Anticipate questions. If you know the topic, think about what others might ask you. For example, if the meeting's about a project update, prepare to say, here's the progress on my tasks so far. It shows you're on top of things.
Love that. Preparation is key. Let's move on to the actual meeting now.
All right, Rose, the meeting has started. The camera's on and it's time to shine. How do we jump in and share our ideas confidently?
I get so nervous about speaking up. What's a good way to start?
The key is to use a strong opening phrase. Try this. I'd like to share my thoughts on this topic. It's clear, confident, and gets everyone's attention.
I like that. What's another one?
You can say, I have an idea about how we can improve the project timeline. This works whether you're leading the meeting or just adding to the discussion.
Those are great. But what if someone's already talking and I want to add something? I don't want to sound rude by interrupting.
Polite interruptions are totally okay if done right. You can say, "Sorry to interrupt, but I have a quick point to add." Or, "May I jump in for a moment?" These keep things friendly.
Perfect. Now, what about agreeing or disagreeing? I sometimes struggle to disagree without sounding harsh.
That's a great point, Rose. To agree, try, "I completely agree with that suggestion." Or, "That's a fantastic idea. I support it." For disagreeing, be gentle. "I see your point, but I think we could consider a different approach."
Those sound so professional. What if I don't understand something? How do I ask for clarification without sounding confused?
Just be direct, but polite. Say, "Could you clarify what you mean by that?" Or, "Can you explain that again, please?" It shows you're paying attention and want to understand.
And what about summarizing? I've noticed some people do this in meetings and it looks so smart.
Summarizing is a great way to show you're engaged. Try, "So, to summarize, we've agreed to finalize the report by Friday." Or, "Just to recap, our next steps are." It keeps the meeting focused.
These phrases are so helpful. Let's practice one together. Repeat after me. May I jump in for a moment?
"May I jump in for a moment?" Easy.
You're killing it. Listeners, try these phrases in your next meeting. They'll make you sound confident and keep the conversation flowing.
One more tip for this section: use active listening. Nod, smile, or say, "That's interesting," to show you're engaged. It's especially important on video calls where people can see you.
Great advice. And if you're leading the meeting, you can say, let's hear from everyone. Any thoughts? It encourages participation and makes you look like a great leader.
Absolutely. Let's move on to handling those tricky moments when things go wrong in a meeting.
Okay, Johnny, virtual meetings don't always go smoothly. Sometimes there's a technical glitch or the conversation goes off topic. How do we handle these challenges?
So true, Rose. Let's start with technical issues. We've all had that moment where the screen freezes or the audio cuts out. What do you do?
It's the worst. I'd say something like, sorry, I'm having a small technical issue. Give me a moment to fix it.
That's perfect. Another option is, "My connection dropped for a second. I'm back now." These phrases keep things professional and calm.
What about when the meeting gets off topic? I don't want to sound bossy, but I want to keep things on track.
You can gently steer it back. Try, "I think we're getting a bit off topic. Can we return to the main agenda?" Or, "Let's circle back to our main discussion." These are polite but firm.
I love those. What if someone misunderstands what I say? How do I clear things up without making it awkward?
Just restate your point clearly. Say, "Let me clarify. What I meant was," or, "I think there's a misunderstanding. Let me explain again." It's straightforward and keeps the conversation moving.
These are so practical. What about when someone talks too fast or uses complicated words? How do I ask them to slow down?
Good one. You can say, "Could you please slow down a bit? I want to make sure I understand." Or, "Can you simplify that for me, please?" These show you're engaged without sounding critical.
Let's practice one of these. Repeat after me, Johnny. Can we return to the main agenda?
Can we return to the main agenda? Done.
You're a natural. Listeners, these phrases will help you handle any meeting hiccup with confidence. Practice them and you'll feel like a pro.
One more tip: stay calm. Even if things go wrong, take a deep breath and use these phrases. People will respect your ability to handle challenges smoothly.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about how to end the meeting on a high note.
All right, Rose, we're at the end of the meeting. How do we wrap things up in a way that leaves a great impression?
Closing strong is so important. A simple phrase like, thank you all for a productive meeting, goes a long way. It's polite and professional.
Love that. You can also summarize decisions to keep everyone aligned. Try, "To wrap up, we've decided to launch the campaign next Monday." Or, "Here's what we agreed on today."
Summarizing is so smart. It shows you're organized and paying attention. What about thanking the team?
Great point. You can say, I appreciate everyone's input today, or thank you all for your great ideas. It makes people feel valued.
And don't forget the follow-up email. I love sending a quick email to confirm action items. What's a good phrase for that?
Try this. Dear team, thank you for today's meeting. Here are the action items we agreed on. Or, please let me know if I missed anything from our discussion.
Those are perfect. Let's practice a closing phrase. Repeat after me. I appreciate everyone's input today.
I appreciate everyone's input today. Boom! I'm ready to end meetings like a boss.
You totally are. Listeners, use these phrases to close your meetings with confidence and make a lasting impression.
One more tip. In your follow-up email, be specific. For example, Sarah, you're responsible for the report by Friday. It keeps everyone accountable.
Such a great point. A clear follow-up email makes you look super professional. Before we wrap up, let's talk about some mistakes people make in virtual meetings. Johnny, what's one you've noticed?
One big one is not preparing enough. If you don't know the agenda or your talking points, you might sound confused. Always review the agenda and prepare your ideas.
So true. Another mistake is talking too much or too little. Some people dominate the conversation while others stay silent. Find a balance. Share your ideas, but let others speak too.
Great point, Rose. Another pitfall is ignoring body language. Even on video, people notice if you're slouching or looking distracted. Sit up straight, smile, and look at the camera.
Yes, and avoid filler words like or Instead, pause or say, let me think for a moment. It sounds so much more polished.
Also, don't multitask during the meeting. Checking your phone or typing emails is noticeable and looks unprofessional.
Totally agree. Listeners, watch out for these pitfalls and you'll instantly improve your virtual meeting game.
One more. Don't forget to mute your microphone when you're not speaking. No one wants to hear your dog barking or your coffee machine.
Haha, so true. These small fixes make a big difference.
Rose, let's talk about why clear English is extra important in virtual meetings compared to in-person ones.
Great question. Online, you don't have body language or tone to help explain your ideas. Your words have to be clear and precise to avoid confusion.
Exactly. And on video calls, things like bad audio or distractions can make it harder for people to follow. Simple phrases like, let me clarify, or here's my point, help keep everyone on the same page.
Plus, clear English builds trust. When you speak confidently and clearly, people respect your ideas more. It's like a superpower in remote work.
So true. That's why we've shared these easy phrases today. Practice them and you'll see a huge difference in how people respond to you.
And don't be afraid to practice in front of a mirror or record yourself. It helps you hear how you sound and build confidence.
Great tip, Rose. The more you practice, the more natural these phrases will feel.
Wow, Johnny, we covered so much today. From pre-meeting prep to handling challenges and closing strong, our listeners are ready to rock their virtual meetings.
Absolutely. And if you found this episode helpful, please subscribe to Everyday English with Johnny on YouTube. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a new video packed with English tips.
We'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell us, what's your biggest virtual meeting challenge? Or share a phrase you learned today that you can't wait to try.
And check out our other videos on Everyday English with Johnny for more practical English advice. We've got tips for work, travel, daily conversations, and more.
You can also follow us on social media for extra English practice. Look for Everyday English with Johnny on Instagram and Twitter.
Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Keep practicing your English, stay confident, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye for now. Go out there and ace those virtual meetings.